Hi everyone, I'm Ellie Forman here from Communities Confronting Substance Use and Addiction, or CCSA. I am the daughter of Leanne and ETL Forman, who founded this organization, and I always like to joke around that it was my own story through addiction and recovery that was the muse for this organization, the reason that we exist at all. But in reality, it's so much more than that. Because when I look at where we are as a community, there is so much work that needs to be done in terms of addiction prevention, addiction education, destigmatization of addiction. Don't get me wrong, we have come so far, both as a society and as a Jewish community in specific. In the past decades, we have really increased our awareness of mental health issues more widely. But that doesn't mean that there's not still more work to be done. I am also one of the presenters that goes into schools. I talk with middle and high school students. When I talk to them, I tell them about my own story through addiction and recovery. I also give them some more information about the science behind addiction, brain development, and how what they think is just harmless experimentation can actually hold very real consequences and long-lasting impact on their brain and bodies. So when I go into these presentations afterwards, right, there's a Q&A, and just the sheer amount of questions and the quality of those questions makes me know for certain that there is so much more we can be doing in terms of educating our students, training faculty, training parents, and equipping our children with the knowledge and empowerment necessary to make healthy decisions surrounding alcohol and substances. Because despite what we might like to think, our Jewish community is not immune to this. It is a brain disease. It is a medical disease. And the Jewish community is suffering too. 46% of Americans have a close friend or family member that struggles with addiction. And when you expand this to include members of our shul, members of our community, that woman at the kosher supermarket that you see every Friday afternoon, when you expand it to include, or Friday morning, I guess, but when you expand it to include all those people, everyone knows somebody. It's just statistically impossible that you don't, whether or not you know it. So our job as a community is to really equip our community with the awareness, the education, the access to resources, and lessen the stigma so that as many people as possible can get help early on before it becomes fatal. And and like I said, like, some of my passion for this has to do with my own struggles with addiction, because I know what it's like to be in the throes of addiction. I know what it's like to feel that hopelessness, that emptiness, and that shame and guilt surrounding it. But on the other side, I also know what it's like to be empowered to come forward and speak my truth and get help for these issues. So that's why I'm passionate about what we're doing at CCSA, not just because it's my family doing it, but because I see the true importance and value in this work. So thank you.